I just have two more questions, maybe, and I'll try to ask what's not in the book because I know everything is already in the book.
That's right.
So let's go out of the book a bit.
That's right. Okay.
When you do look at yourself, obviously everybody has sometimes where they sit down privately and they think about the past, the present, and the future. Can you, at your personal experience, can you outline anything that you feel like I felt that one for sure, and I wish I could change that one, to be better than whoever I am now, either being a mother, a leader, a school, or anything. Do you think there's any failure that you've ever encountered that you feel like this one, I wish I could take a different road? Let's go for that.
I was going to say no, because they're all lessons that I've learned in my life.
Yeah.
And then the cheeky side of me is like, my marriage. That's the cheeky side of me, okay? But no, generally, no, I would say, because I think every kind of pullback, it's like T.D. Jakes spoke about this in one of his books. Like, if you think about a bow and arrow, right? Every time you kind of pull it back and the tension is there. And then the more tension you have, the further it releases.
Wow.
And so even though there were times in my life where it was like, ooh, child, this is exhausting.
How did I
don't
get
know.
here?
I'm right. Like, ooh, Lord have mercy. Jesus, take the wheel, right? Jesus did take the wheel and got me through it. And I actually was talking about this last night with a friend of mine, that there were times in my life where I just had to submit and just be like, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know the direction. An example was my master's. I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. I was accepted, but I didn't know how it will all come together. And I literally applied for an entrance bursary. And when they said I was successful on that, I said, that's a sign. I may not know how I'm going to pay all the tuition, but this is a sign to move forward, and I'm going to do it. And so I move in faith. That's a big thing for me. I move in faith.
Very good.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. The last question.
Yes.
Please. If I don't ask this one,
You want
I
to
know.
sleep
No, Raz is not going to be happy.
Okay.
She's not going to be happy at me because, I kept asking this to her.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much sure she'll be happy. She'll be like, yes, I'm glad you asked her that one too. Beautiful. Yeah, we spoke about unity, that could be a key that could trigger like a development and, going forward as a community and everything. But I'm wondering at your personal level now, because unity is kind of like big, eh? We can preach it, but, it's up to everybody to accept that we're going to be united. At a personal level, do you have even one thing that you feel like I can do this and this can change things? I have a plan for this.
Yes.
Give us those plans that you have for the Black community. We want to hear them.
Beautifully phenomenal.
Drink the water to that. Oh,
Took a sip. That's why I said Razi is not going to be happy if I don't ask this one.
This past weekend, I hosted my 3rd annual Phenomenal Black Women Networking and Social event. It started in 2022 when my daughter was 13 months old. She was sick, and I was still breastfeeding her, and there was a lot going on, and we had it downtown. And my vision for it was, how can I bring together 50 phenomenal Black women so that they can be celebrated and held up and in community and in joy. And that was my vision a few years ago. And this past weekend, I had my 3rd one, and it was larger than the first one and the second one.
lovely.
And the energy was just outstanding. People were vibing. They were dressed in traditional attire, some of them. And I bring in elements of culture. So we had a performer who is from, where is she from? Rwanda. And she opened with dancing, and we had African drumming to bring in our ancestors because we need to ground ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. And then, it's really about casual networking at the beginning. And then we opened with bringing our ancestors. We had a panel. The theme was health, all aspects of health. So we talked about, we had a keynote speaker, did a great job. And then we talked about financial health, physical health, mental health, community health.
Wow.
We were supposed to have medical health, but unfortunately our doctor that we had on the panel had to deliver some babies, emergency.
Right.
So she wasn't able to make it because she was bringing life into the world, literally.
Wow.
And it was just so beautiful because as I spoke to the folks in the room, we talked about, I addressed them and I said, so many times we're walking through this space, this world out here in the greater Vancouver area, and we're not seen. We're dismissed. It's like we're invisible. Our voices aren't taken seriously. Or we're hyper visible. Like, oh, she's so loud. She's so bright. She's so this. We can't just be us. And so creating an environment where it's all Black women and we could just be, and we had beautiful artwork adorning the space. One of our artists, local artists. We had a spoken word artist treating us to some powerful words and messages. And then they sang some jazz and just, it was really about celebrating us and having fun. And when I say that, we were being catered to. It's at a hotel. Nice. So oftentimes we're like doing the thing and then we got to work and we got to do this and we're exhausted. But no, this is catered. You've got appetizers, you've got your meal, you've got your dessert, you've got your entertainment. Right? Yes, it is. Wow. And it's funny because my tech guy, I have a few men there. Supporting a few men there. And my tech guy said, when are you going to do Phenomenal Black Men?
Yeah, we need that. Phenomenal.
I was like, well, listen, I'm just trying to focus on mine first. Okay. But yeah, I might have to trademark that, right? It's and so when we talk about community building, that's really, really what it's about. It's intentional. It's, it's grassroots. I'm growing it. I'm not trying, it's not advertised for the masses to see when it is and where it is and all that stuff. Because I'm very intentional about who I bring into the room. And when I initially had this vision of it, part of it stemmed from me thinking, when I...
Okay, there you go.
When
there is a hope.
When I get to that point where I am living in my luxurious, sprawling manor with yards and all that stuff, and I choose to host a phenomenal party for my friends, I want to be very intentional about who I bring into my house and my space.
Oh, wow. I hope you're not going to be doing some PDD.
Well, no, because energy matters, right? So I don't want shady shades in my house, right? If you're coming with corruption and all the things... Like, you're not welcome. Yeah. You're not welcome.
Some people just do.
Right.
Some
you want something
like
clean,
right? Right. And so that was also behind it. Like, what do you like? Are you coming to just be in community and support? And it has to be the reciprocity. It can't be like, what can I take? It's what can I give? And that's what I said to the women in the room at the end of the event. I said, I'm putting a call to action, which is if you know if your organization or you know of any organizations that may be interested in sponsoring next year's event for 2025, please let me know, because it takes many hands to pull this together. And it's a lot of work. And I have a full-time job. I'm a mother of a toddler, solo mother of a toddler. I have this plus the coaching, et cetera, and speaking engagements too.
Writing new books.
Right, exactly. Exactly. It's true.
Yeah,
right?
it's really hard. Next time when you have another event, can you please invite us so we can come and film?
Please.
You know,
Oh,
Afro
we will
Diaspo,
come
we'll
with
Yeah.
everything. We will cover the media and get good videos, you know.
okay.
And we can put this, because this thing
love
might
the
be big
collabs.
when you're doing it in like in that space, but that can become so big
I know.
if it's exposed outside.
I know.
So we are there for that. We are ready for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially
think
for
about
you and Rossi.
All right. 2025.
2025, we'll be ready.
That
Well,
means you gotta
we-
create the black man as well.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would be happy to work in collab with
Wanna be
some
in there too.
black men who are like, yes.
Yeah.
And I know that I think it was earlier this year, there was an event for black men to come together in Vancouver.
I missed that.
I
know.
my siblings, my brothers talked about it. I don't think they went, but they talked about it. I was like, that's
Mm.
great, right? So there is some stuff being done
Good.
for men,
But that's good because I feel like that will also create, that's the start of creating unity.
absolutely. And we know that because we're not like other communities that have a common language. Like you think about the South Asian community or the East Asian community or
It's just one
the,
language,
the Persian community. And it's easier for them to unite.
Yeah.
We've got
100%.
the Congolese community, we've got the Nigerian community,
Oh, boy.
we've got the Cameroonian community, we've got the Trinidadian community, we've got Jamaican community, we've got the St. Vincent, la, 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 la. So everybody's got their own little communities, and it's like, how do we
Bring it
say,
together.
hey, let's all hug and get together and work
I like that.
collaboratively, right?
That's the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we are ready for 2025 for
All
sure.
right,
They're
let's
ready.
do it.
The only thing about
Right in
us,
here.
we always go where we feel like there's a light. As long as we know this is going to impact everybody, we'll be there. Once it's boring, we run away.
Oh, it's not boring.
Yeah, but I know
boring.
with you, it's going to be good.
Well, I
So we
showed you a few of the
promise.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
You,
but
you saw some of the energy
Yeah,
just from the
we-
pictures,
But you
right?
see, even just the energy you bring to the room too. I feel like you have one incredible energy.
She's very smart.
That's very important because people need that. People need to be feeling welcome.
That's right.
And feel
That's
like,
what we want.
oh, I really belong here.
Yeah.
This is my place to be,
Yeah.
and that's why we give you such a props, your flowers for sure. We keep doing what you're doing. It's people. We need that. Our
you.
community need
Really,
that.
yeah. Really.
More now than ever, because
Yeah.
things are changing, like you said. This generation is changing slowly, and we need to try to attack it as fast as we can so we can all go in one direction. Hopefully that will be something we all settle on too.
That's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll, like Major said, we'll obviously continue. Whenever you need, we can arrange something, take the cameras over there
sure.
and film it up. And
I'm
things will be
excited.
great.
One day somebody once told me that he has a feeling that the next leadership of Africa will be taken by women.
Well, amen to that.
Yeah, that's
Woman king in the house, right?
Somebody once
you
told me
hit Shelley in
that.
the heart
like,
right there.
because we tried with men and we know where we got. It's fine. It's okay. But I think
No shade.
we know what we got. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
Is it fine now?
It's fine.
You didn't say that with, say the energy.
It's fine.
Where's the energy at, Major?
And he believed that women will bring another type of
Of
revolution.
course,
to
because
Africa.
the feminine energy is very different to the masculine energy, right?
Yeah.
When we think about the nurturers. And the thing, like, we have to think about, I know we're wrapping up, but women as life givers, like, as someone who's actually birthed a child, like, if you're truly, like, healthy, you want humanity to survive.
Yes.
When you give life, like, it's such a beautiful experience.
Ooh,
It's so powerful.
powerful.
It is so powerful. And so when you think about what God has allowed you, to bring into the world, why would you want to kill off other people?
That's the truth.
Like, just as I'm wrapping up here, I had this conversation with somebody recently, and it's like, I think some people forget when they look at grown people that they were once infants. Infants. I'm not even going to say kids because toddlers can be exhausting, but they were once helpless infants.
Wow.
And
Man,
no matter what
deep.
their relationship is with their parents, they're here as an adult for a reason.
Wow.
We all have a purpose. We've survived childhood. We've all survived childhood. And as somebody who's a solo parent, like, it's hard sometimes. Like, oh, I kept the kid alive. Yeah, hey, right? Because they be doing crazy things. You're like, oh Lord, why would you try and jump off my bed? Like, no. So like we've all made it thus far, right? Which is huge. So now, coming this far into adulthood, what are you going to do? Even as a teenager, what are you doing? What's your purpose? What is your gift to this world? Find that purpose and live that purpose. Hashtag find that purpose and live that purpose.
There's a guy behind the screen. He will take all your codes. I always say, guy behind the screen, you got that one.
That's why we're here.
Come on now. Don't worry. That will be there. Don't worry, that will be there.
Hashtag act by Vidal.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. But shout out to all the Black women, first of all, man.
Yeah. Respect Black women. They're
You
the
know,
next future leadership of Africa.
That's right.
100%. Keep being strong. Keep, you know what I'm saying, showing the leadership and guiding. Like your beautiful daughter, she needs that more than anything. So we want to thank you, you know.
Thank you. And don't forget to rest, Black women. Because we say be strong, which can be, you know, a challenge. That's a whole other conversation we'll have another day.
Yeah.
We just sneak a little peek, though.
We will, because that could be the words strong, resilient. Those could be quite triggering, particularly to Black women who have been conditioned many times to think that we could take the weight of the world on our shoulders and keep going and keep going and keep going until we work ourselves to the grave, because we got to be strong. We can't show emotion. We just got to just deal with it.
Wow.
And you know what? That kills us. It kills us.
It does, for sure. Yeah.
So rest is a good thing. And that's why for my event, it's about celebration.
How often do you do your events? I feel like I should come there personally.
Well, this is an annual event because, again, it's my...
That's the 2025, right?
That's the 2025.
That's the one we're going to come to film,
That's
right?
the one you're going to come and film.
It'll be 2025. What? You want,
April.
April.
Yeah.
We shout it out. We got to shout it out there.
April.
Yeah.
We'll give you a time where we always want to give the guests the time where they
April
can announce
2025.
the goals and stuff. Yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's
In the
amazing.
spring.
But Shelley, we want to obviously. I don't know if there's a place where people can reach you out to.
Yeah.
Whenever they have any questions.
Yeah.
We would just like you to talk to them for a little quick, where they can find you, where they can get the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and on everything that program is upcoming for Shelley.
Sounds good. Thank you. My book is available on Amazon.com. You only need one good, Manifesting a Miracle. You can find me on LinkedIn, Shelley A. Vidal at LinkedIn.com. You can also find me on Facebook. My company is Act by Vidal. So I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, Act by Vidal. But I would say LinkedIn is the best way to connect with me. Send me a personalized message. Let me know where you heard me, where and why you want to connect with me, and I will link up with you. We'll have a conversation. I do speaking engagements, coaching engagement. We're coaching, let me know how we can work together.
Wow. Amazing. Shelley, out of words, man. Obviously, we know we're gonna learn a lot today from you, we did, you know. And thank you for just coming here and empowering this show and just all your messages. You know, you just touches a lot of people out there. So we want to thank you for that. And will you come back for the second part? We definitely wanted to see you for the second part. You know,
absolutely.
I think that's exactly book. You book. Osee music. You gotta have a book. It's on set because we do need that. Yeah. But we are wrapping up, man. So this is absolutely one of the best episodes we've had in a minute now. And we took a little time off because we needed something to come back and get the fire up here. So thank you so much, Shelley, for coming out here. On my right side, we got Major.
Yeah. Shelley, before we wrap up, do you have another name?
I'm going to revise back.
Revise back. Do you have another name? Like, it's just Shelley or?
Shelley-Anne Vidal.
Shelley-Anne
Vidal.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to.
My company is Act by Vidal, which stands for Affirming Community Together. Affirming Community Together.
Wow.
Shelley-Anne Vidal.
Vidal is, what language is that? Is it?
Well, it's English, but the background. So my grandfather,
Sounds
the one
like Creole.
Well, yeah, my grandfather who had the steam laundry, he was Spanish.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah.
Fair enough.
Latin, right? Background. Okay. So and then some people who are. It's interesting because some people who are Filipino will say, "Oh, that's a Filipino last name because of the Spaniards, right?"
Yeah,
and
the Spanish.
Also, the Portuguese will be like, "Oh, Vidal is a common name," and I said, "Yeah, I know, right?" So it's part of my
It's a
background.
nice name. We all know that it's a beautiful name. That's all I know.
Beautiful.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. It's been amazing. It's been great. Once again, we'd like to encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel Afro Diaspo, and then we will find an amazing guests such as Shelley out here. So do not forget to subscribe and hit up Osee Music on Instagram. That's where you find all the updates. I'm your host, Baraka, man. On my right side, this is the right time I'm doing. On my right side, we got Major right here and the beautiful Shelley in the building. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being out here.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
We are out. Thank you guys. See you soon.